What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Retro Fusion Gaming. Today I want to go over day 2 of WrestleMania 38 because I went over day 1. Why wouldn't I go over day 2? But we're going to start off with spoiler alert. I'm going to spoil WrestleMania again because the internet spoils everything. But yeah, we're going to spoil it. We're going to start off Triple H coming out and doing nothing. He left his boots in the ring because, once again, the internet spoils everything, and he's done. His in-ring career is over. So there's that. He didn't say anything really. He didn't do anything really. He just nothing of importance other than let me thank you in the best way I can by shooting off fireworks. Oh well, he started the show. It is what it is. First match: RK Bro versus the Alpha Academy versus Street Profits. For me, these three-way matches are a little messy sometimes. Sometimes they get a little confusing. Sometimes the people forget their spots. But I don't think any of that happened in this match. I think all three of these teams nailed it. They've all done great. RK Bro went over. I mean, Randy Orton's a star. So is old Broski there. Thought it was great. It was fine for what it was. Great way to start off day 2. WWE doesn't care much about their tag team scene, but it's pretty good for what it is. Next up, we had not even quite possibly, the worst match of both days: Omos versus Bobby Lashley. What is there to say about Omos? He might as well be the great Khali of this generation. I don't know why WWE still promoting this guy. I don't get it. Quit pushing him. You had Braun Strowman and you let him go. He had the big monster gimmick and he was doing good with it. Omos is not that guy. Move on, WWE. And I'm going to move on as well. Lashley beat Omos, thank goodness, to finish off that match. It wasn't that long of a match, so at least there was that. Next up was the Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. This match was just ridiculous. I expected it to be ridiculous. It was ridiculous, but it was so much better than I ever hoped it would be. I never in my wildest dreams thought that this match would entertain me as much as it did. The entire time I was saying, this is stupid, this is ridiculous, but I'm entertained. I was sports entertained. Sami Zayn is incredible. When you can carry the entire cast of Jackass through an entire match and make it entertaining, you're great. This guy deserves all the credit. Don't get me wrong now, Johnny Knoxville, can't seem to work a mousetrap, but it is what it is. Johnny Knoxville goes over Sami Zayn, rightfully so. Wee Man, Party Boy, everybody's there. Party Boy's great. He deserved better than what they gave him. But yeah, so there you go. Johnny Knoxville over Sami Zayn. What can you say? Next up was the women's 4-way match. I'm not gonna name all these teams because they just put some random people together, it seemed like. But once again, I've not been watching the product as much lately. But yeah, Sasha Banks and Naomi went over in this one and got the tag titles. It was a mess. Not necessarily a bad mess, but it was a mess, which most of the Fatal 4-Ways are. And then you put in their Fatal 4-Way tag teams. It was just a mess. It was all over the place. Everybody trying to get their stuff in, which they did. They did good with what they were given. I thought it was decent. It was watchable, serviceable. But yes, Sasha Banks took over. Next up was, I believe, was it the New Day? New Day and New Day and Sheamus match that was like 3-minute long match or whatever. It was an afterthought because they got kicked off of day 1 and they kind of got shoved into day 2. Day 2 was what it was. So yeah, that match, New Day lost to Sheamus and his group quickly. Once again, I think that was possibly because the injury to Big E. It could have possibly shortened this match and made it less of a thought for WWE to take care of. Next up on my list here was Edge versus AJ Styles. The match that I thought could compete with the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins match from the night before. And as far as this day, to me, this was the match to compete with that. It really was until the end. I don't understand why WWE does this, but luckily they didn't do it too much during this pay-per-view. The problem was they did it with quite, really one of the bigger matches. Styles versus Edge was a classic until you get somebody standing at the side of the ring and it causes interference. This match was too good for that kind of an ending, but hey, what can you do? It's what they chose to do. Edge goes over Styles and creates, I'm guessing, some sort of new group. I don't know what they're doing with this, but you had Damian Priest out there with him, so there's that. Next up, we had the Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. This I didn't know what to expect going in. Pat McAfee is entertaining to begin with, but by no means did I expect him to hop in the ring and do what he did. Now, what is up with WWE and just putting these people in the ring that are on par with the guys they've got in the back? And this is like their first times in the ring. It happened the day before, and it happened on this one. Pat McAfee's incredible. Take him off that little desk over there talking and put him in the ring more often. I was highly impressed with that. And he beat Austin Theory. Then, of course, what we all were waiting for, Vince McMahon gets in the ring. Oh, Vinnie Mac. It was great. That was a throwback to the Vinnie Mac of old. This may be, unfortunately, the last time we see Vince McMahon in a match. And, he's a 70-year-old man. Or 70-something-year-old man. He's old. No offense to you if you're 70 years old out there. But Vince McMahon is great. His character's great. And he plays up to the crowd great. They beat up on Pat, and Vince McMahon beats him. And then, of course, the glass breaks, and Steve Austin shows up. And it was exactly what this show needed. This show had some nostalgia on the day before. We're going to throw some in today, and there's nothing better than Austin versus McMahon. It was everything it needed to be, and then some. McMahon can't quite take a stunner anymore. I don't know if his legs gave out or what, but poor old McMahon. But Austin Theory, bravo, buddy, with that way you sold that. You trying to show up Scott Hall or something? What are you doing? And of course, Pat McAfee wants to drink with him, and you don't drink with Austin, man. You're gonna get the stunner. You know that. So Pat McAfee gets stunner, and he sells it pretty well himself. So yeah, that whole segment just brings a smile to your face. It's a joy. That was fan service to no end. And last but not least, we have the greatest match of all time for WWE. Now, WWE always, every year, this is going to be the greatest match ever. This is once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime, last time ever matches. So we had Brock versus Roman Reigns. And this match was exactly what I expected it to be. It's Suplex City and Roman with his Superman punch and spears. Let's be real, both of them are 5 moves of doom people. That's what they are. I mean, I don't know if anybody was expecting anything besides that match that was given. What are you watching? Because it's Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. It was kind of short for a main event, but I think because they had to kind of usher in the New Day match into it, I think they may have cut into the time. The ending, Roman going over. Roman. They've booked themselves into a corner here. Roman is like, is so much better than everybody else on their roster, according to WWE, that like he has no competition. What are the who? We know it ain't gonna be Cody Rhodes. Who are they gonna get to even hold a candle to Roman Reigns? I understand that may be what they're going for, but what are you gonna do with him once he does lose? He goes right back to the title. I mean, I don't get it. You're trying to create a superstar, but for 5 years you pushed him down everybody's throat and they hated him. He turns heel, everybody loves him, but I've been over Roman from back in his Shield days. I've been over Roman. Roman ain't. They had a chance to run with him and didn't, and now that they're running with him, they're running a little hard. Brock Lesnar lost, obviously, to Roman Reigns. So what do you do with Lesnar now? Do you put him in the mid card? Is he going to come back? Because there's a little shady business going on for the win. But let's be real. You're not going to put Brock in the mid card. He's not going to go for Intercontinental or anything. So we'll see Roman and Brock again later, somewhere down the road. But that was it. That was WrestleMania Night 2, WrestleMania 38 Night 2. Those were my thoughts. Now, overall, for both days, where does this rank? This may be the best WrestleMania ever. Hear me out. I know it's tough to hear. With the roster that WWE has right now, they do not have the megastars that they had in the past. They do not. Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton may be the only megastars that are on the active roster. They're trying to make Roman a megastar, and he may be one day. But with the roster they have, to put on the matches that they put on, I mean, some of which were classic matches, with no gimmicks, no TLCs, no cages, no hardcore matches, none of that. Just straight up matches. It's hard pressed to find a WWE event that had more solid action in it than this. Entertained from start to finish, both days. Other than the Omos match, that one, if you could wipe it, if you could just take it away, that'd be great. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thinking about them. Am I completely wrong that this was a good WrestleMania? From from people I talked to, they kind of agreement. This was really entertaining. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys later.